Have you ever found yourself walking with your head down, arms stiff, barely lifting your feet, and thinking, I'm just being careful? The truth is shocking. The more cautious we walk after 60, the more likely we are to fall. You see, what feels safe short steps, hunched shoulders, eyes locked on the floor, actually throws your body out of alignment. It disrupts your natural rhythm, and over time, that careful walk becomes a silent trap. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 Americans age 65 and older falls each year, and over 3 million are treated in emergency departments for fall-related injuries. Yet most of these falls are not caused by aging. They're caused by habits that sneak in as we grow older. This isn't just about avoiding bruises or broken bones. A single fall can take away your independence, your confidence, your freedom to live life on your terms, and it doesn't have to be that way. At Live Healthy, after 50, we believe healthy aging isn't about slowing down, it's about moving smarter. In this video, you'll uncover a simple but powerful walking technique used by thousands of older adults to rebuild balance, restore confidence, and walk stronger than they have in years. No equipment, no gym, just a shift in how you move. If you're committed to over 60 wellness-preventing aging diseases and embracing natural health for seniors, this could be the most important 10 minutes you spend today. So before we dive in, what about you? When was the last time you really paid attention to how you walk? Do you walk with freedom or with fear? If this video helps you, please like it, subscribe to Live Healthy After 50, and share it with someone you love. Tell us in the comments, what part of walking feels hardest for you these days? Balance, posture, or confidence? Now let's uncover the real reason so many seniors fall, and how just one small change can help you rise again stronger than ever. Part 1, the real reason seniors fall isn't age, it's habit. Most people think falling after 60 is just a part of aging, something inevitable. But that's not true. The real danger doesn't come from the number of candles on your birthday cake. It comes from the subtle daily habits that slowly shift how your body moves without you even realizing it. The most damaging one, muscle loss. After age 50, we start losing muscle mass at a rate of about 1 to 2% per year. That decline happens silently, especially in the legs and hips. These muscles are the foundation of every step you take. When they weaken, your body can't stabilize itself the way it used to. You don't need a heavy backpack or a slippery floor to fall, just weak ankles and unsteady knees are enough. But that's only part of the picture. As muscle tone fades, posture begins to change. Your spine shifts forward, your shoulders round, your head tilts down without you noticing. Before long, your body's center of gravity moves ahead of your feet. And when that happens, every step feels just a little less steady, a little more uncertain. You start shuffling. You stop swinging your arms. You stare at the ground like it holds the answers. But here's what no one tells you. Trying to be careful by walking this way doesn't help. It hurts. The CDC has shown that falls are the leading cause of injury among adults over 65, but not because they're frail. It's because their walking patterns have silently changed for the worse. What feels protective, stiff arms, short steps, eyes down, actually destabilizes your entire system. It throws off your balance. It limits your reflexes. It makes your body forget how to move with confidence. And behind all of that is fear. Fear of falling is one of the most dangerous emotions for older adults. It sneaks in after one misstep, one bad landing, or even a close call. From that moment on, every walk becomes cautious, tense, distrusting. But when the brain feels fear, it tightens the body. That tension makes it impossible for your joints to absorb impact. You lose the natural sway, the fluid rhythm that used to keep you upright. It becomes a loop. Fear leads to bad form, and bad form leads to even more fear. Take James, a 72-year-old retired fire captain from Spokane. After slipping on his front steps one fall morning, he began walking differently. No one noticed at first, but 3 months later, he could barely walk a block without grabbing a wall. Not because he was weak, but because his fear had rewired his whole posture. He was protecting himself into becoming unstable. This is exactly why over 60 wellness is not about doing more. It's about undoing what's no longer helping. Your body still wants to stay strong. Your brain still knows how to balance. But your habits, your current walking patterns might be working against both. So if you've started moving slower, avoiding uneven ground, or gripping furniture more often, it's not just getting older. It's a sign that the body's adapting the wrong way. And here's the good news, what's been learned can be unlearned. The same way the body adapted to bad patterns, it can relearn good ones. Live Healthy After 50 is here to guide you through that reset with practical insights, real-life inspiration, and simple changes that strengthen not just your legs, but your confidence too. Because senior health isn't about fighting age. It's about mastering the small daily habits that lead to healthy aging, prevent aging diseases, and keep you moving with joy. Let's break the cycle step by step. Part 2, a true story of transformation. How 77-year-old Margaret reclaimed her freedom after a fall. It happened in the most ordinary way. One quiet morning in Cincinnati, Margaret Dawson, 77 years old, widowed, independent, and proud, got out of bed just like she always had. She made her way to the kitchen, reached for the kettle, and in a split second, her foot slipped on the tiled floor. The fall was brutal. She fractured her left wrist. Worse than the pain was the crack in her confidence. At the hospital, the doctors were reassuring. "You'll heal," but no one talked about what would happen afterward. Margaret returned home with a cast on her arm, a bruised hip, and a heart full of hesitation. For someone who had always lived alone, tended her garden, and walked to the local library every week, the idea of falling again wasn't just frightening, it was paralyzing. Weeks passed and her world began to shrink. She stopped going outside. She ignored calls from her bridge group. Her once bright home became a shell of stillness. The freedom she once took for granted now felt unreachable, and the fear it crept into every corner of her mind. She found herself holding on to walls, afraid to move. The smallest steps felt like mountains. Margaret was not physically broken, but she was emotionally stuck. This is what many never talk about when discussing senior health. It's not just about bones and joints, it's about identity. It's about the silent grief that comes when you feel your independence slipping away. But something changed. At her daughter's urging, Margaret agreed to meet with a physical therapist named Claire. Not a drill sergeant, not a cheerleader, just someone who truly listened. Claire didn't start with exercises, she started with observation. She watched how Margaret moved tense shoulders, eyes glued to the floor, arms frozen by her sides. Claire gently said, "Your body isn't broken, Margaret. It's just forgotten how to trust itself." And so the work began, slowly, intentionally. One foot planted firmly, a slight lean forward, eyes lifted, arms swinging gently. It wasn't about forcing strength, it was about rediscovering connection, the brain, the breath, the body all working in harmony again. They focused on posture first, standing tall, breathing deeply, feeling grounded. Then they worked on her stride, heel first, then toe, just a few steps across the living room. And each session brought back more than mobility. It brought back Margaret. 3 weeks in, she was walking from her living room to the mailbox. 6 weeks later, she was at the grocery store on her own. And at the 2-month mark, she surprised her daughter by showing up unannounced at their Sunday family brunch. Not just walking, beaming. This is what natural health for seniors looks like. Not pills, not procedures, but knowledge, support, reconnection. Margaret often says now, "It wasn't my body that failed me, it was fear. And once I let go of it, my strength came back." Her story isn't unique, but it is powerful. Because every fall doesn't have to end in decline. Every setback can hold a hidden door to healing, and every older adult deserves the chance to walk tall again. This is one of the greatest longevity secrets no one talks about. Aging well isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters slowly, steadily, with intention. If you've ever felt unsure on your feet, or if you've watched someone you love grow smaller in spirit after a fall, remember Margaret's journey. She didn't need to get younger. She just needed to learn how to move again. That's what aging gracefully advice truly means. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. And sometimes, the most powerful transformation begins with a single step. Part 3, walk with intention, rediscovering strength. One step at a time. Aging doesn't make you weak, fear does. And the quiet, unnoticed habits we pick up when we're trying to protect ourselves, those are the real thieves of balance, freedom, and joy. Most people think growing older means losing control. But the truth is, you still have a choice. Not a dramatic overnight transformation, just one small choice, one conscious step. That's how it began for Helen, a 75-year-old former schoolteacher from Denver. After a slip in her kitchen led to 3 fractured ribs, she stopped leaving her house altogether. Not because she couldn't, but because she was terrified of falling again. Even after she healed physically, she stayed inside. Curtains drawn, shoes untouched, phone silent, Then one day her grandson, just 9 years old, asked why she didn't come to his soccer games anymore. That question, simple as it was, broke something open. It reminded her that she wasn't done. She started watching videos like this one. She began practicing balance exercises near the wall. She stood taller, looked ahead instead of down. Step by step, her confidence returned, and with it came something even more powerful: pride. That's the heart of what Live Healthy After 50 is about. This journey isn't about becoming someone you used to be. It's about becoming someone even stronger with knowledge, awareness, and the courage to move forward. There's real science behind this. According to the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, older adults who engage in daily balance and posture correction reduce their fall risk by up to 40%. Even more, they report greater independence and improved mood. That's not a number. That's a second chance at life. So if you've been moving slower, gripping walls, avoiding stairs, you're not broken. You've just been walking without intention, and now you know how to change that. Margaret's story, Helen's story, maybe even your story, they all prove one thing: it's not strength that saves us. It's attention, awareness, and the decision to walk differently. This is how natural health for seniors really works. Not with prescriptions, but with presence. Not with fear, but with rhythm. And not alone, but together with guidance, knowledge, and support from a community that believes in aging with dignity. Let's not call it a walking technique. Let's call it a new way to live. One step forward, one breath, one lifted gaze. That's where healthy aging begins. And that's how you unlock the deepest of longevity secrets: the ability to stay upright, joyful, and free on your own 2 feet. If this video helped you think differently about your steps, share it with someone who needs hope today. Maybe a neighbor, maybe a parent, maybe the version of you from last year. Like the video if it resonated. Subscribe to Live Healthy After 50 for more aging gracefully advice. And in the comments below, tell us, what's one small change you're going to make in how you walk this week? Because even the longest journey begins with just one step. Part 4, the Smart Walk 6, Key Steps to Rebuild Balance from Head to Toe. Walking seems simple, but after 60, it becomes one of the most powerful and dangerous daily movements we do. The wrong habits can quietly raise your risk of falling, but the right habits can restore confidence, realign posture, and make every step feel strong and stable again. Let's break down the 6 essential steps to walking smarter, steps that have helped thousands of older adults walk with better balance and less fear. Step 1. Lift your gaze. The first shift starts with your eyes. Instead of looking down at your feet or the floor, try gazing about 10 feet ahead. This gives your brain time to process what's coming, improves your posture instantly, and helps restore your natural sense of orientation. Looking down may feel safer, but it throws off your alignment and cuts off your reaction time. Dr. Jennifer Moore, a physical therapist and senior mobility expert, explains that seniors who train themselves to lift their gaze reduce their fall risk by nearly 25%. Your body follows your focus, so set your eyes where you want your feet to go. Step 2. Straighten your spine. Years of sitting, slouching, or guarding your body from pain can create a hunched back and rounded shoulders. That posture may feel protective, but it drags your center of gravity forward and increases your chances of stumbling. Try this. Imagine a gentle string pulling you up from the top of your head. Not stiff, just upright. This subtle lift helps distribute your weight evenly, reduces pressure on your joints, and resets the natural curves of your spine. Step 3. Relax your shoulders. Tension hides in the upper body, especially if you've been walking with fear. Shoulders pulled up and in make your whole frame rigid and your arms unable to swing. This reduces your balance. Take a slow breath in. As you breathe out, let your shoulders fall and soften. Not only does this improve your posture, it tells your nervous system that you're safe, and when your body feels safe, it moves better. Step 4. Let your arms move. Most people don't realize how important arm swing is for balance. Your arms act like counterweights. As one foot moves forward, the opposite arm should naturally swing. It's what keeps your body in rhythm. Freezing your arms, as many older adults do when they feel unsteady, actually makes you more likely to wobble. Keep your elbows soft. Let your hands swing slightly. It's not about dramatic motion, it's about balance in motion. Step 5. Heel first, then toe. Many seniors shuffle or drag their feet out of caution, but that hesitation increases your chances of tripping. Instead, focus on landing each step heel first, rolling through the foot and finishing with your toes. This is one of the simplest changes with the biggest impact. It encourages a longer, more fluid step, keeps your legs active, and tells your brain you're in control. Think of it as walking with purpose, not passivity. Step 6. Keep your feet parallel in steady wide stances or feet turned outward. Throw off your base of support. Try to keep your feet about shoulder width apart and parallel, like the rails of a train track. This helps your legs distribute weight evenly and prevents swaying. And just as important, walk with rhythm. Not too fast, not too slow. Find a pace where your body feels stable, steady, and present. Practicing this rhythm each day, even in short 2-minute sessions around the house, reinforces muscle memory and coordination. These small shifts may seem simple, but together they create what many therapists call dynamic stability, the ability to move forward while staying in balance. For someone like Bill, a 68-year-old former contractor from Asheville, these 6 steps became life-changing. After a knee replacement, he struggled with fear and stiffness. His physical therapist introduced these techniques one at a time. Within 3 weeks, he was walking to his mailbox without gripping the railing. Within 2 months, he was back on light hiking trails with his wife. This is what senior health tips are really about. Not just avoiding pain, but reclaiming movement. Not just watching for danger, but learning how to move toward life again. If you're serious about healthy aging, these daily walking habits can help you feel stronger, safer, and more in tune with your body. They don't take a gym, they don't require special shoes. Just awareness, repetition, and the belief that your body's capable of learning again. These are the daily habits for longevity that make the difference, not just in how you move, but how you live. The next time you walk across the room, try one of these 6 changes. You may be surprised by how quickly your body remembers what strength feels like. Part 5. Simple at-home exercises to restore balance and strength. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy equipment. What you need is 5 to 10 minutes, a clear space, and the decision to move. These simple exercises are designed for older adults who want to rebuild stability, reduce fall risk, and feel strong in their own home again. Start slow. Do what feels comfortable. Progress will come faster than you think because your body is wired to recover when it's given the right signals. Exercise 1. Single leg standing balance. Stand behind a sturdy chair. Hold the backrest lightly for support. Now lift one foot off the ground and balance on the other leg. Hold for 10 seconds. Breathe deeply. Switch sides. Repeat 3 times per leg. This wakes up your ankles, knees, and hip stabilizers muscles that often go dormant with age. It's one of the most effective ways to rebuild neuromuscular control. For Marlene, a 74-year-old from Boise, this was the exercise that changed everything. After a winter fall, she was afraid to leave her porch. But after just 3 weeks of single-leg holds every morning, she felt stable enough to walk down her driveway again. No cane, no fear. Exercise 2. Knee lifts. Hold the back of a chair again. Slowly lift one knee to hip height, then lower it with control. Alternate legs. Do 10 repetitions on each side. Keep your spine tall and your shoulders relaxed. This movement mimics the action of stepping up or climbing stairs. It strengthens your quads and engages your core key areas for everyday balance. Exercise 3. Heel raises. Stand tall with feet hip-width apart. Rise up onto your toes. Pause, then slowly lower your heels back down. Repeat 15 times. This simple move fires up your calves and foot muscles, essential for forward propulsion and joint protection. If done daily, it can reduce stiffness and improve circulation, both of which are critical for long-term mobility. Exercise 4. Straight line walking. Find a hallway or space at home where you can walk 10 to 15 steps in a straight line. Keep your feet parallel and your gaze forward. Let your arms swing naturally. The goal isn't speed, it's precision. This exercise strengthens your gait mechanics and builds muscle memory. You're retraining your body to walk with intention. Exercise 5. Standing posture and breath. Stand in place with your feet shoulder width apart. Close your eyes if you feel safe. Inhale slowly through your nose. As you breathe in, imagine a string lifting you gently from the crown of your head. As you exhale, feel your shoulders relax and your feet root into the ground. Hold this posture for 60 seconds. Repeat 3 times. This is more than balance, it's body awareness. It reconnects your brain with your spine, your breath with your movement. These exercises aren't about pushing limits. They're about unlocking what's already within you. And when done consistently, even just 5 minutes a day, they can change the way you move, stand, and live. A 2022 study in Age and Aging found that older adults who practice short-duration balance routines daily saw a 36% improvement in overall stability within 4 weeks. That's why they're one of the most overlooked longevity tips: low effort, high impact, and completely accessible from home. When combined with healthy walking habits and even a simple senior nutrition guide, these movements lay the foundation for aging with power, control, and confidence. At Live Healthy After 50, we believe every person deserves to feel steady and strong without needing a personal trainer or a physical therapy bill. So take that 5-minute window today, do 1 exercise, then tomorrow do 2. In a week, your body will start responding. In a month, you won't believe how different you feel. And that's not just physical change, that's you reclaiming your space, your freedom, your balance, 1 step at a time. Aging doesn't make us fragile, fear does. And when fear quietly shapes the way we walk, it robs us of balance, strength, and independence. But the power to change lies in the smallest decision, to take 1 step with awareness. Margaret thought she had lost everything after her fall until she learned how to move again, 1 mindful step at a time. Today, she walks not just with stability, but with pride. Walking correctly isn't just about posture. It's about presence, about choosing to move forward with trust in your body and care in your actions. If this video helped you understand how to walk safer, stronger, and more confidently after 60, please share it with someone you love. Because sometimes 1 simple reminder can change the way they stand for the rest of their life. And if you haven't already subscribed to Live Healthy After 50 for more daily guidance on walking well, eating smart, and aging with joy, your health is your greatest wealth.